I'm sweating over here. Thank goodness we're done. Hi guys, it's Geneva Style here. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who have not subscribed yet, make sure you do to see more Star Wars content in the future. On today's video, we'll go over some leaks that have come out in recent months about Star Wars Episode 9 during the pre-production and production of the movie. So make sure to tune in. I will read the leaks out loud. I've never actually read the full leaks, only just a few details of them, so you will get a truthful reaction from me on this video. So let's get these leaks out of the way. Leak number 1, and this was found on Reddit, and the user is Galaxy Thrown Far Away, was posted 5 months ago, and actually on the subject line says probable BS. These are really good. So the actual leak reads as follows. I have information about Star Wars Episode 9 that it isn't exactly plot. Rey has Jedi robes that resemble her costume from Episode 7 and 8. Finn's costume resembles that of a gunslinger with 2 blaster pistols, and Poe Dameron has a beard, and Rose is associated with computers, so my guess is that she's in charge of the intel. I don't see it as truly a leak, to be honest with you. I will see Rey wearing similar Jedi costume in Episode 9. I will see Bo with beard, but like I said, not very substantial leaks on the appearance of the characters. Let's move on. Kylo Ren is bold. Bold? No. Okay, we can stop the video right here. It's unacceptable. During the interrogation scene, he was so cared for. He was looked like a prince. So how can you say that J.J. Abrams will actually shave his head? So Kylo Ren is bold and has a costume that's like in The Force Awakens, just a little bit lighter in color, like Snoke's. And Hux looks jaded as ever, but it has a more extravagant look, making me believe that he's being promoted from general. Okay, I don't think this is happening. I actually do feel that Kylo Ren's costume should be a little bit lighter in this movie. And also Hux, I don't believe he could ever be promoted. Just because of the conflict between them, I don't see that happening. Snoke looks much creepier than in The Last Jedi. His entire face is deformed, not just half of it. I don't know how he returns, but I'm assuming it's a vision operation to Kylo Ren. It might happen in visions or in some nightmares, but I don't see it that throughout the movie. Maybe it will happen with one scene, but please make sure he doesn't come alive, he doesn't come back. I cannot stand this character, I really don't. I'm sorry for the actual actor who's really talented, but no, no, no. Luke indeed returns as a Force ghost. It looks exactly like that, like he does in Crait at the end of The Last Jedi. He and Kylo Ren share a scene as far as I can tell. I do foresee Luke coming as a Force ghost. That's the only form that he can actually come back to. I don't see him returning alive. I would see him actually appearing to Kylo Ren just because he spent most of screen time with Rey during The Last Jedi, so I think it will create much more balance if he actually appeared to Kylo Ren. Rey uses a green cross-scoured lightsaber that is nowhere near as crackly as Kylo's. It's a fine blade that is kind of like the one briefly glimpsed by Ezra in the Malachor episode of the Star Wars Rebels. I don't know about that. A crossguard may be green, I'm not sure, because I'm sure they want to be inventive. They don't want to recreate similar lightsabers from other Star Wars products, but they're trying to target other populations, other family members that are not familiar with the other products. By using too much of other products, too many inspirations from other products that people might not know about, I think it will damage the franchise. Luke's planet in Episode 8 returns complete with the ruins of the library tree, where on the ground you see the 2 halves of Luke's old lightsaber. Rey is a peaceful scene on this planet. I don't know about that. It looks a little bit weird. There is a palace planet that has a more regal look and feel to it. Rey and Kylo have a scene here alone. Actually, in my prediction video, I did discuss the appearance of Naboo. There is at least one scene with Rey, Finn, Poe, Chewbacca, and BB-8 in enemy territory. They're surrounded by stormtroopers, and word has it that this is the opening sequence of the movie. It also involves Rose and Hux. It sounds so boring. Like, I don't know. It sounds boring. It is possible, of course, but just the writing of it sounds so boring. These scenes certainly are going to happen. We're going to have fight scenes. We're going to have new spaceships. So there's no leak in there. We know that already. That's Star Wars. Why would you do something different? The Millennium Falcon is back, and Rose and Rey, Chewie and Poe take turns piloting throughout the course of the movie. I'm sorry for the reading the poor reading of mine, just because there's a lot of grammatical errors so from this leaker, so it's hard for me to read. No, please, I don't want Poe piloting the Millennium Falcon. Why? It really bothered me how Leia was so close to Poe, and I think that was used to create a conflict between Poe and Kylo Ren, some type of jealousy that will be so disrespectful to the Kylo Ren's character. There's a scene on Jakku with Rey, there's a scene on Takodana with Maz Kanata and Chewbacca. That's certainly possible. I do see Maz Kanata coming back. Rey and Kylo Ren cross lightsaber blades in a Force Order throne room, almost exactly like Luke and Vader in episode 6, except there's no one sitting on the throne, so I guess there's no bigger evil or anything like that, and the primary villain is Kylo Ren. It's happening again, the throne room scene again, oh please. Okay, I don't have anything against it, but I think it's very repetitive, and also the fact that Kylo Ren is the main villain. Okay, that's basically what The Last Jedi wants us to believe. There's no main villain. There's a space battle that mirrors medieval warfare formations and tactics in several ways. Okay, I guess that's possible, but I don't know about the medieval. Doesn't sound Star Wars at all. Kylo Ren has a new ship that's basically more aggressive, Imperial Shuttle. Good for him, I don't know. What I didn't find, any sign of a character's Captain Phasma. Hopefully she's dead, I don't want her to come back, I'm sorry. General Leia, Benicio del Toro. That doesn't make any sense, because General Leia, they actually said that they're going to use footage not used in The Force Awakens, probably in The Last Jedi as well. So I don't foresee her being dead from the beginning, because otherwise where are they going to use this footage for? And Benicio del Toro, what's the purpose of actually presenting a character of that nature, so important in The Last Jedi, and then not presenting him in the last installment? That wouldn't make any sense for me. Also, no other Jedi, dark side, Sith characters other than Rey, Kylo Ren, Lucas, no pirate ship either. Thank goodness. Leak number 2. Plot A would progress like this. Oh, I feel so scared. 5 years after The Last Jedi, the Resistance is no longer centralized and is not a popular idea among the galaxy. Kylo Ren's rule over the galaxy is seen by most as benevolent. Many within the Resistance itself are questioning why they should ever be fighting. Okay, that's certainly a possibility. In my prediction video for episode 9, I actually did address this concern that he might reveal himself to be a good ruler. Not surprising, Rey, Poe, Finn, and Leia are all still holding fast to the idea the galaxy should not be under Imperial rule. That's understandable because they don't want a tyranny, certainly. They're tipped off by a Maul inside the Forced Order, promising that if they follow their lead, they will discover the horrifying true nature of the Forced Order. We know who the Maul is. Even in my prediction video, I discussed that Hux could be the Maul just because he has a sense of betraying Kylo. He wants to betray Kylo Ren. There's something in motion. We see that from The Last Jedi, so I wouldn't be surprised for that. The tip leads them to a planet in the unknown regions, and they must infiltrate a First Order command station to extract a young female alien prodigy who is the key to navigating these regions. I really don't like that because I don't want the focus to be taken away from Rey and Kylo and give it to another prodigy. I think that wouldn't make any sense. It's too crowded. After successful rescue of the girl who is essentially a prisoner of the First Order, they discover a planet entirely comprised of an ocean. Beneath its waters is the secret to the First Order and its unlimited resources. An ancient manufacturing station, literally powered by the populations of conquered worlds of the unknown region. It's becoming very confusing. Our entire A plot revolves around liberating the captives before they are exterminated and exposing these horrors to the galaxy at large. B plot involves Kylo Ren hunting down other Force users to see in secret, using the Knights of Ren and trying to discover them all among his ranks. Really? Do you really need to discover? You know that sucks. Come on. How can you not know Hux is a mole? You would expect that, right? Many Force users have sought out Rey for protection, both really young and really old. She's barely trained. How can they seek protection? Rey and Kylo still converse through the Force and can even manifest their whole presence in front of each other. It's slowly revealed they secretly love each other. Okay. I'm a Reylo fan, but I'm not liking the way this is presented at all. The big reveal in the film is that one of Rey's students is actually her child. That's actually what I've heard. That they were speculating that they would have a child in secret, but he would not be aware of it. So Kylo becomes so enraged once he finds out and tries to kill her, and then she's saved by Leia at the last minute. Making no sense. Leak number 3. Abrams said episode 9 will tie all 3 trilogies together. Here's some details for you. Leia's funeral at the beginning of the movie on Naboo. She will be in Padme's mausoleum with her mother for eternity, and her death will be shown in an animated short released before 9. Or maybe they're gonna show her death in a short clips before episode 9 starts unfolding. Is that what they're trying to say? Oh, please. Kyle in Vader's castle, Mustafar are talking to Vader's helmet. Knights of Ren are in the movie. Thank you, we know that already. And Mustafar, we can easily predict that Mustafar is coming back. Because they have shot scenes near Etna, the volcano in Sicily, where they shot previous scenes for The Revenge of the Sith, which is the 3rd episode from the prequel trilogy. So we know that that's coming back, guys, okay? That's not a leak, we know. Axe assassination attempt against Kylo is coming. Biggest space battle in the saga. A lot of new ships design. Thank you, I know that already. Lightsaber fight on Mustafar between Kylo and Rey. They won't be able to kill each other because of their feelings, and kiss between the two. Anakin has fallen on Mustafar, strangled Padme, lost her on this planet, and horribly burned, and his grandson will be saved on this planet. It's like poetry. That's exactly how the leaker is writing, okay? Now, from that alone, I'm not saying that I'm disliking this idea, but I don't feel that's truthful just because of the writing. It looks like a fan, like something I would write, maybe, with the less grammatical errors, I hope. Last shot of the movie. Rey and Ben in front of the twin suns of Act 2. The galaxy will think that Kylo Ren is dead. He is in fact in exile with Rey on Act 2. The planet is in the unknown regions, none known from the rest of the galaxy. And the end of 9 will open the possibility of episodes 10, 11, 12 with Ben, Rey, and possibly their children. Okay, like I said, I like the idea, but I think it's too cheesy. What the hell? No. Leak number 4. I'm sweating over here. Okay, this was posted 6 months ago by Intelligent Anybody. Like I said, this is on Reddit. I'm an employee of Lucasfilms. Okay, you're already fired, I imagine, by now. Who has received multiple pieces of information from friends who work high up and can confirm this is real. I have details on what the planned storyline for episode 9 is. So the film is set between 2 months a year from episode 8, not 5 years. Okay, the Resistance and the New Republic have merged to create the New Rebellion, and this New Rebellion looks back to the original one for inspiration as the one who overthrew the Empire and wishes to follow in its footsteps. After its formation, there were multiple attacks on the rebuilt supremacy in the attack on the new Supreme Leader and Kylo Ren's life. All these attacks were successfully repelled, and the New Rebellion was weakened significantly. Again, Kylo Ren's official coronation ceremony was delayed until the start of the film. During the opening crawl, this is explained, plus the fact this General Leia Organa has died. She died mainly of natural causes. Poe Dameron has apparently been elected the leader of the First Order? What? So he has been elected the leader of the First Order. Is he the mole, maybe? Are you kidding? Or maybe they made a mistake, right? Basically, the Resistance attacks during the funeral by the First Order. Is that what it's saying? Oh my gosh. And basically, while doing that, Rey fights one of the Knights of Ren, and in his dying breath, this Knight of Ren tells Rey much about their organization, that he was a former student of Luke Skywalker. Okay, so basically someone is dying, basically is telling him life, death, and miracles of what happened. Seeing the strength of this one Knight of Ren, Rey vows to defeat them all. It's not happening. She barely defeated one Praetorian Guard over there. In her dreams later on, Rey encounters the ghost of Luke Skywalker, who trains her once more through her dreams. Oh my gosh. Why did she take the books for then, if she's going to be trained by Luke in her dreams? Okay, likewise, the ghost of Snoke appears to Kylo Ren, who is in his private room after being coronated, and Kylo Ren is fearful, approaches the spirit slowly. Snoke smiles at Kylo Ren and tells him he did it. Kylo is shocked and confused as to what this means. Snoke laughs. By killing Snoke, Kylo Ren went further in his strength than ever before, and by crowning himself as supreme leader, Kylo inherited his power. Now, to be honest with you, I don't quite buy that, because Snoke was very surprised and in shock when he got killed, like he did not expect it. He was not joyful. He did not expect that to happen. Kylo inherited his power by actually wearing one of his rings. We know that there was some emphasis on Snoke's jewelry and attire, and particularly he was wearing one of these rings. I think he had a black diamond in there, and also they were speculating there was a connection between that ring and the original title of episode 9, which was Black Diamond. That's basically what he's wearing now. Okay, Rey crafts a new lightsaber on Act 2. She makes 2 crystals and is made into double-sided lightsaber. The Resistance is furious and sends their biggest fleet to the Supremacy. Finn is elected leader of the Resistance. He gives a charismatic speech to inspire the troops. After a space battle, a ship with Rey and Finn on and a number of troops infiltrate the Supremacy. Notable other photo on the ship includes Chewbacca. So basically they're infiltrating the Supremacy again. This group fight their way through the Supremacy, get to the reactor core, but not before this gunfire, so multiple resistance worlds destroying them. I don't know, it doesn't match what Kylo Ren wants. Or he doesn't want to be a Jedi or a Sith. He clearly stated that. Okay, so the group find their way through the Supremacy, get to the reactor core. We got that. So they're about to destroy the core, but then Captain Phasma presents herself again, and Finn is keeps fighting her. She cannot die, I guess, right? Phasma dies one more time. That's good news, finally. Kylo Ren invites Rey and Finn in. We see the rest of the Knights of Ren, a good number of them protecting Kylo Ren, and there's much dialogue between Kylo Ren and Rey as Rey tries to win him over, and there's a brief duel between the two before Kylo Ren sucks up to Rey, and they hug each other. Oh my god, in front of Finn. So basically General Hux shouts, "Now!" And then before Kylo Ren knows it, the Knights of Ren have surrounded Kylo Ren and attack him with their gunshots and lightsaber slashes. Okay, so they fight again in the throne room instead of the Praetorian Guards, the Knights of Ren. Kylo Ren and Rey fight together to kill the Knights of Ren, and Kylo Ren feels a deep rage within him because he's affected by the ring that he's wearing, like Snoke's ring. And Finn shoots Hux in a quick fire battle, and also it doesn't, I don't know if he's, I think he's weakened in some way, he's actually injured, but I don't know if he dies, doesn't say that he dies. They get mad to each other again, so he doesn't want to turn, so they fight again. This time Finn helps. And Rey struggles in her battle, but manages to cut Kylo Ren's hand off. The one with the ring on. Okay, that reminds me of something. Is it Lord of the Rings? Finn is left with no choice but to explode the Supremacy. And Kylo Ren and Rey finish dueling. Finally, with tears in their eyes, Rey puts her hand out to Kylo, and Kylo accepts. So, which hand? Oh my gosh! Okay, let's move on. Oh my god, I'm sweating over here. Ben explains that Rey was never a nobody. She was the daughter of one of Luke's students he killed, an extremely talented one called Mara. And Mara ended up as Luke's wife. So that means that she's Luke's daughter, isn't she? Okay. There's no improvement from the last trilogy. Like, really, it's the same shit. Ben and Rey form an implied romantic attachment, go off searching for Mara. They find her where she explains the whole story to them. Oh my gosh, this is a 2-hour movie, I guess, right? Ben and Rey set up an academy on this planet. Mara is on. The ghost of Luke appears along with Leia and Han. Han is a Force ghost now. Oh my god, he was not even a Force user. Ben sees them and apologizes deeply for everything he has done. So basically he's weakened by the fight, and basically Rey killed him because he dies from his injuries, right? And Rey cries, and she sets up the academy in his name and trains many students. Each student is also able to see the ghost of Luke. As a part of Ben's last words, he says that there will always be stormtroopers to fight and Jedi to train. His last words become the basis for the name of the episode. Leak number 5. Firstly, 9 will not be split into 2 parts. I get it. Apparently, the long filming schedule, which is being overly exaggerated by the press, is due to some actors' busy schedule and some more technically advanced scenes into film. Also, the leak date of filming wrapping includes their time shooting off studio, apparently on location. Some of the weaponry that has been designed looks very medieval and less Star Wars-y. Basically, finally, the rumors about Lando returning is true. Leak number 6. Final leak. Thank goodness. This was posted in on Twitter. Well, I wasn't sure where to go, but my friends told me here is anonymous without getting into much detail. I'm actually part of the crew shooting Star Wars 9, not in pre-production but for shooting. We just wrapped shooting in Jordan, and I thought I could talk about what I saw. So you saw everybody was shooting there. John, Daisy, Adam, Oscar, and Kelly, along with some other actors. Adam and Daisy shot scenes together, and John, Oscar, and Kelly shot scenes together. A lot of pyrotechnics used for explosions and doubles, stunt doubles. Daisy's a new lightsaber, but it's unsure about the color. It looks blue, but it looks white on some scenes. R2-D2 is destroyed. What? No way. They're not going to destroy any of the droids or any of the creatures just because their lifespan is much longer than normal human beings, so they can use it for toys for the children. They wouldn't do that, okay? In the studio, Adam and Daisy have shot scenes together on a set that appears to be a First Order ship, but I'm not too sure. In some of the scenes between Daisy and Adam, there was conversation about coming back home, so Rey was telling him that he needs to come back home. But thank goodness we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to comment down below. I would like to know your thoughts about these horrible leaks. I'll see you guys next time. May the force be with you.